Hey guys, Wicked Wild Dev here, and today we're doing a first for the channel, a voice reveal. Now you may be wondering where I've been, what's going on with the game, have you even been working on the game? And the answers to all those questions is I've never abandoned Wicked Wilds, I just haven't been prioritizing it, at all. But in this video, I'm going to show off everything I've added since the last thing I've posted, and it's a decent bit. You can tell it's starting to shape into an actual game, so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so hopping into gameplay, as you can tell, there's obviously been a upgrade of sorts to the map. I got a friend of mine to put this together for me, free labor, yeah. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Will it be in the actual game? Maybe, probably not. I have plans for what I want the maps to actually look like, and this is not it. But it gives me a nice little background, little playground for when I'm actually coding things. Next big thing you've probably noticed is my head's moving around, because your head now follows your camera, which is going to be used for something else I'm gonna explain and show off later. But before we get into that, we can go over here, and this is something I worked on a little bit ago but haven't showed off. We actually have dialogue back. Yeah, go live, blah blah blah. You can just say stranger danger, go through it again. You have no thank you. Then if you hit hello, it's nice to meet you, ignore that. Still fixing that. I thought I fixed it, but apparently it's not fixed. Yeah, it'll read the text for you, and then you can choose more options. And yeah, I can just add as many options as I want. Unlike the old dialogue, this is actually modular, so I can actually easily add things instead of digging through lots and lots of code for 2 prompts. But yeah, we can hit I want to know more about you or stuff, and yeah. Alright, so next thing to show off, I'm pretty sure that all this GUI stuff was like this. So the next thing we're going to show off is something pretty cool that you devil fruit users won't be too happy about. Water. It works. You can swim in it. I gotta probably add an effect so you can tell you're underwater and that it's not just an empty void. Maybe add some sand down there, but yeah, you can swim around, do your thing. And next, if I can get out of the water, is an ability that you all know and love that I reworked a little bit. We have Geppo, but unlike the old Wicked Wilds Geppo, which you all know and love, this Geppo actually is omnidirectional and will boost you wherever your head's looking. So I can jump down, I can go this way, I can go that way. If I'm not using shift lock, I can go this, and I'm going to actually jump the way my head is facing, which is the way my camera is facing. So yeah, that's a nice little improvement from the old Geppo. And speaking of old abilities that got reworked, we also now have Soru, which you all know was just teleporting across the map, which now it's this. Yeah, you go invisible, speed boost, and you reappear. So it's like teleporting, but much shorter range. And if you haven't already noticed, in the top left, we have a little icon that tells you how many Soru dashes and how many Geppo jumps you have. So if I Geppo, I forgot, Geppo's bound to Q, so if you just see me spam jump, That's because the old one was for double tapping spacebar, like a double jump. So yeah, Q's now for Geppo when you're in the air, and when you're on the ground, which it only works on the ground, sorry. So when you're on the ground, you turn invisible, will launch yourself forward, and it can also be a nice little trick. So someone might see you dash like this, and then when you dash the third time, you can pretend like you went forward. So anyways, yeah, that's all that I really added for the gameplay. Oh yeah, I also added this UI for the brawler tool. Yeah, uppercut, heavy punch, and stomp. I didn't actually implement the abilities yet, which I'm gonna have them bound to RTY for the actual combats. But yeah, I haven't implemented it yet. That's part of the reason I kind of stopped working on it, besides my situation that I was in, but I'm definitely out of now, where I couldn't even really use Roblox Studio like that. But yeah, I was just very demotivated because I did not want to actually do the VFX and coding for the abilities, which I am gonna have to do eventually, I guess, but we can wait for another day. Anything else? Let's see. Oh yeah, dash. If you remember, Q used to be dash. Yeah, I'm not doing dash this time. I feel like Soru should just be the dash, but I feel like that should be more of a 6-power thing. I don't feel like you should just like, I don't think a dash is really necessary. Like, you'll have abilities and it'll just make dashing, dashing will just make abilities for movement more irrelevant. Like, give an option that everyone can get, where it's like you can have like Gum Gum Rocket or something, and that's meant to do the same thing, move you from point A to B faster. Anyway, I'm just rambling. But yeah, no more dashing. I am gonna add a sprint eventually. Haven't added that yet. Yeah, but I do have this. I think I already showed this off in a earlier video, but yeah, I do have the stamina bar working. Gotta connect that to Geppo and Soru, so I can't just like spam it, because they both come back really fast, with Geppo coming back as soon as you hit the ground, and Soru coming back every second or so you get one charge. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the gameplay. I'm gonna hand it back over to narrator. As you can see, I was putting in work, even if the content wasn't really pumping out, and I wasn't really in the studio recording every day, but I was putting out bangers every time I did hop in the studio. Anyway, so let's talk about the future a bit. Well, I plan on adding and whatnot, blah blah blah. So first and foremost, if you remember the rough roadmap, I'm currently on the player systems part, which was basically half of the stuff shown in the gameplay. Like the quests, what I plan on adding next is the big things like leveling, NPCs, stats, inventory, and yeah, basically everything that needs to be in the RPG game. Still, I'm following the roadmap, sort of, kind of, but I might skip around a bit to try to do what feels natural to me, and how, like, I added Soru and Geppo, with no point is on actually adding the other 4th powers. Not the other 4th power, the other 4th to 6th powers. But yeah, I am going to add them eventually. I just don't plan on adding them like currently at all, since I don't know how right now. I'm still figuring it out. And yeah, I still have a lot to learn, since I want to actually make a semi-realistic ocean and not just have it be a big flat plane. I want to do this, that, and blah blah blah. Basically, I just want to do so many things that I don't know how to do yet. I'm still figuring those things out. I might be a W coder, but in actuality, I'm just a fraud. I'm intermediate at best, beginner at worst, semi-decent is probably where you actually put me, since I only code like once a month. But hey, That's all I really wanted to talk about this video. Oh, hope you're doing good, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.